Okay. Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, if I'm gone, I'm going in a blaze of glory. Middle finger to the niggas that did nothing for me. See niggas tried to clown cause I ain't got a degree. Told them walk amongst the G's for acknowledging me. I done been around the street, learned to chop up a key.
Alright, yo, this is Tay from the Bay, the real Tay. You know what I'm saying? This is Power Powder and Dollars. We missed y'all last weekend. Feel me? Niggas is busy. Life go on, you feel me? But we got shit popping again. You know what I mean? For episode 6, technically. We should be on episode 7, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll get it out there.
You know what I'm saying? So we're back and everything, and a lot has happened. You feel me? Hopefully y'all caught our last episode, you know what I'm saying, with the Know Your Worth podcast. You know what I'm saying? A dope set of black women. You know what I mean? Just trying to empower black female communities as a whole, honestly. You know what I'm saying? We're a little bit more ranged towards, well, not a little bit, look at the color. You know what I mean? We range towards the black community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was that heavy relationship. We gave a dose of that relationship stuff last time.
Right.
Good,
Right. I think it was good. It's getting pretty good reviews. So, you know, check that episode out. You know what I'm saying? It's the episode right before this one. But how'd you feel about that conversation, man?
I feel like that conversation was insightful, man. We got an outlook. We didn't get an outlook on the information like I feel like we may have. Because it turned into us really kind of sitting on the panel. Right. I'm okay with it, man. But we got an outlook on what women actually wonder about, you feel me, with the relationship situation. Because a lot of women just sit back and chill. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know what they wondering, what they questioning. And they talk about it amongst themselves, bro. But shit, y'all ain't said it to us.
Right.
But it was good for that.
You know, it was a little bit more PC than we usually are because we cuss like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker.
You cuss like a motherfucker on there, though.
Did I? I was trying to be a little bit more PC, man.
I was counting them,
you know what I'm saying? Cause, and then when I catch myself, I'd be like, excuse me. Like, I didn't just say 5 curse words before.
Right.
But, like, you know, they're a little bit more PC. Like I said, they're more trying to be catered to just women as a whole. And they don't want to, you know, discriminate.
You know women don't want to hear that shit. I get it.
You know what I mean? But, you know, I feel like, you know, we got a lot of agreements on some of our perspectives, which I can appreciate and I like.
Right.
But let's be honest. Those are Canadian Caribbean women. What about our Black American sisters out here? You feel me? Like, are they going to be as perceptive to some of the things in which we say? And I really feel like, nah.
I think they more likely to, though. I think they more likely to listen to the shit.
Right.
Once another woman, no matter where that woman is from. But if it's the same thing with us. I mean, if you see somebody else that look similar to you, that exist in a relationship the same way you do, listening to it, I ain't saying that they're going to agree, but they're more likely to listen and go ahead and get that perspective in before they make a judgment on it. Because these motherfuckers out here be, as soon as you open your mouth and you ain't even get your opinion yet, that judgment already happened, but they're not even ready to hear it. I think they'll listen.
But you know, the funny thing is about that podcast, you know, all 3 of them beautiful sisters, you know what I'm saying? From about my complexion to chocolate, you know what I mean?
Facts.
And all of them got men, black men, you know what I'm saying? So that says something. That says something to the conversation. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of people who will have their input about men and this, that, and the other from outside. Like, you don't even have a dude.
Right.
How are you going to talk about what it takes to keep a dude, what it takes, what a dude want, you know, and blase, and what works and what doesn't work? You don't even have a man.
You want to try to give opinions on what you failed at every time.
Right, what you failed at every single time.
Because that's realistic. If you single right now, you failed every relationship.
Literally.
Ever damn big.
Literally. And you can't blame it on all the niggas. And at the end of the day, man, there's just some compromises as a woman you're going to have to make that a man just doesn't have to make. And honestly, it's vice versa too. You feel me? If I knock a girl up, at that point, it's out of my hands. And some things are just going to be out of your hands, right? And you have to accept that. Like, to the degree in which, you know, you can't, you know, I mean, you know, unless there's some stairs around you, you know what I'm saying? You can't force a woman to go to the doctor and get that abortion.
Yeah, I don't like this time. But yeah, you're right.
I mean, you just can't. You ain't got to agree. You ain't got to agree with it. We don't agree with it, right? This
Fellas, if y'all do need it, I got a pack for you.
This nigga over
Get
here.
spontaneously get rid of this shit.
This is demonetized.
DM
right
me.
now. Right now, this is big.
It was all jokes, bro. Don't hit me in the DM. I ain't got
This
nothing
is
for
big
you.
completely
I ain't got nothing for you, bro. Don't
But
DM
like,
me.
I mean, if it wasn't already, you know what I mean? 'Cause they don't like this shit.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like, we can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? There's niggas right now paying child supports because they smashed a chick with the condom, threw the condom in the trash can. She went in there, got the shit out, and then
Hold on.
you feel me? And they paying child support right now.
Hold on. There's niggas paying child support because he didn't get a paternity test. 2 years later, he got it. Found out the baby wasn't his. But he established the lifestyle.
And he signed on the birth certificate.
Paying child support
Right now. There's niggas that are confirmed not the father and are paying child support right now.
Court didn't even go try to find the real father.
Ain't give a fuck, right?
Give a damn.
So it's gotta be, we gotta be able to play that card on both ends of the spectrum, bro. Like, there are just some things within a relationship in which you gotta be on your P's and Q's as an individual. And you know, you can't blame on the next party. You know what I mean? And I say all that just to say there are some things women might have to accept because it's a smart business move. If nothing else, it's a smart business move.
Right.
When you 35, 40 years old and your nigga cheat on you, it's smart for you to stay with that nigga. Because if you leave that nigga, the likeliness of you getting another nigga, that's about anything, right? Is low as fuck. Why, if you 35, 40 years old with a kid, is a 6 foot whatever abs having 6-figure man gonna pick you? Every woman in this earth want that.
Right.
What is it about you that he would pick? So, you know, I think that's important to understand. There's just certain things you just gonna have to suck up, and you may as well work out, because a nigga don't cheat for no reason.
Nah. Well, we had that discussion. I cheated for no reason.
You ain't cheated for no reason.
It was definitely no reason. It was opportunity, but it ain't had nothing to do with the person I was cheating on.
Nah, I mean, but even a reason, even no reason is a reason, in the sense to where it ain't no reason, and even if you don't understand why it was, but people just don't do shit because it's there. I don't just knock over a glass and say, why'd you do that? Because it's there. It's deep. It's a little bit deeper than that.
Nah, that's different though,
No,
because that glass is not attaching itself to your pleasure cortex. So I can sit right here.
It might be.
I can sit here and drink that Hornitos, right?
Right.
And I could be like, yo, I'm good with the Hornitos. This is my favorite shit. You may come in here like, yo, I got some McAllisters. Because I know the McAllisters is a thing that I'm not going to run into every day, I may be like, yeah, give me some of them McAllisters, dog. You might offer it. I'm going to take some of that
That's
shit.
the end of that discussion, though.
But it's not, but I don't feel any way about Hornitos.
No,
it didn't do nothing wrong. I'm not wanting for anything more.
But see, that's the end of that discussion, though. Because you just explained the reason for having the McAllister. Like, so that's a reason. That's a reason.
Yeah, the
I
whole thing.
won't come across this very often. So it's not that you don't have any problem with this, but if you had a McAllister, that the thing that you don't come across very often, and another nigga got one,
It would become Hornitos. But the thing that I said initially was that the reason. The thing that I said initially was that the reason didn't have anything to do with what I had.
The reason did have something to do with you.
Nah.
Yeah, it did.
What was the reason?
Because that wasn't what you had. And that doesn't come across very often.
Yeah, so it didn't have nothing to do with what I have.
If
It had everything to do with
It
my
did.
selfish nature
If
for
you-
wanting some shit that I wasn't accustomed to.
that you want to cut, there we go.
But at a point,
Right.
I wasn't accustomed to this.
Yeah, but that doesn't change. At a point, that's
This
irrelevant.
didn't do shit.
Wait, time out.
This didn't do shit.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. You just said at a point that's irrelevant. If you can explain, if somebody says, what? We have Hornitos here. You can't put that on the screen. We have.
Yeah, bleep the fucking word out too before they try to get free credit. Man.
We have A liquor here.
Right.
It's right here. It's right here at your disposal. Why did you take B liquor? Because A liquor wasn't B liquor. And B liquor is liquor that I don't come across very often. That's a top shelf liquor.
You want me to mix this shit up? It was E and J. Okay?
Nigga.
I'm gonna take that shot at E and J. What I'm saying is,
Well, maybe
It ain't necessary.
maybe your issue could be selfish to the degree where you just feel like you have a need for everything around.
it's just being an opportunist, bro. It's just being greedy.
Even being an opportunist isn't being an opportunist. There's a underlying reason. There's a sub.
No.
Yes.
Not for being an opportunist.
For anything, bro.
By the very definition.
Nobody does by very definition what?
You being an opportunist. You just gonna seek out more shit. Like it don't have nothing to do with anything else surrounding you. This is all you. This is internal.
I disagree. It might be internal. It might be internal, but it's still a reason internally. We can argue this. This is my point, right? Is it always what that? See, this is what you might be conflating. I'm not saying that the reason is because Hornitos did something wrong to you, or there's something wrong with the Hornitos. You know what I mean? Or I'm not saying that. The reason could be completely internal. But see, women don't never even ask you that question, right? Like it could be internal, or it could be something she's doing.
I mean, you think
that question has to be asked first.
Women don't. Do you think women know to ask that? Like that's not standard shit. That's not where our thought process is going in relationships.
I mean, that's where my thought process is going.
Yeah. Once you want a solution, but at the point where you're upset about something, which is generally how these conversations even come up,
right?
How do you move to that point? Because initially, this conversation is gonna start with the you statements. You did this shit. You did this. Boom, boom, boom. There's a lot of the blame game going on. Right?
An intelligent, objective, critical thinker. The first question they ask is why. That's anything. Why? Why is this? Why did that happen? The way it happened. What happened? Why? Yeah. So if I asked you why, and you got a laundry list of reasons as to why, and if I'm gonna be an adult and accept that the reasons you have are valid, right? Like so give an example. This woman over here, I'm dating. She sat down and asked me about my day, and she laid on me, and I said, "Come on, babe, wait, give me a minute. I'm playing 2K." Day go on. I'm a 6-figure nigga. I work. I'm not giving her attention. We ain't been out. I ain't took her out. I ain't never stopped and come and ask how her day was, even if I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't just came in and just rubbed her feet. You feel me? I haven't given her that attention, and I know it. Now at the time I might not know it, but when I catch the shit going on, and I say, "What? Why?" Well, baby, because you haven't given me any attention. I want to feel like a woman. And if I'm a grown-ass man and I take responsibility for what I did, I would go, damn, she right. Now, does that make that shit okay? Nah, it don't make it okay. It don't make it okay. But it's not the deal breaker for me that it would be if I know I did all this shit. And you just an attention whore. You're just an attention whore. You just need you're greedy for attention. You just need all the attention.
Now you can't give her attention whore from being ignored though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
That's the point I'm making. If I gave her all this shit, you know what I'm saying? And she still just needs all this fuck. She's an attention whore. Baby, I gave you all the attention I can give you. I'm a working man. You know I'm a working man. You knew I was one when you met me. I can't afford to give you the things that you're arguing that you want if I don't work. And I give you the attention. You know what I'm saying? That's a completely different thing than I'm giving it all and you just need all the attention in the world. You can't even process it. The absence of something will cause people, we're all human. We're all human beings.
Right.
People fuck up. So will there be consequences to that? Most definitely. Might we part ways for a while and have to figure things out again? Most definitely. If we can, most definitely. I'm going to try. I'm not going to necessarily act like if I walked in the room on these motherfuckers, like it ain't going to be like, what's that shit called? Best Man, where he at the altar, in his head, he envisioning fucking Taye Diggs smashing his, he didn't even see it, right? But that's in his head. He crying. He ain't crying because
that's a real thing, though.
But it's
fuck Taye Diggs, bro. Don't fuck with that man.
Because of that movie?
Yeah. Because every movie he ever been in, he been a shiesty ass dude every time, bro.
He acted.
Even on motherfucking empire. You shiesty, bro.
But you get what I'm saying,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
If I could work past that, we're gonna try to work past that. If we need counseling to work past it, we're gonna try to work past that.
So going back to why though, right?
Right.
Why has some there's some caveats there, bro. There's a common misunderstanding about how why works, because if you say, damn, bitch, what you was doing with this dude,
Right.
you feel me? You say why to her, that why is you didn't give me attention, right? Or why don't encompass the entire reason why this shit is happening. You get what I'm saying? That why doesn't cover the reason on your part why she felt that way. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit, I feel like
It can. It
A lot
can.
of this shit,
It can
but-
be simply that.
but
Like
I
you
feel-
gotta know the kind of chick you with, bro. If it's a chick that you know is emotionally connected to her sexual activity,
Nah, fuck all that. I'm talking about strip bear down to raw chick. You feel me? Like fuck all the other characteristics and shit.
you can't fuck all the other characters.
No, I'm saying fuck all the other characteristics. This ain't about how you emotionally handle shit, your characteristics about how you deal with shit. It's about the fact that wives are seldom fucking addressed the way that they need to be addressed, because there's no fucking understanding of what you actually asking. You feel me? If I ask you why you cheated on me, that's what I'm asking you, right? But what I really want to know is, what the fuck did I do to you, that you did to me, that we did to each other to cause this situation? But you don't even know what you asking. That's why we're not even satisfied with answers when we get it. I mean, you wasn't fucking me like I feel like I need to get fucked. And she like, what, nigga? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
you're not understanding why she didn't want to fuck you.
But that doesn't change.
It
the-
change-
that doesn't
No,
change.
it
that
don't
the reason
change it.
exists.
But what I'm saying is, from the perspective of two people entering into this conversation in a relationship, their whole understanding about what they getting out of this conversation, which is why I be feeling like there's repeat conversations. And I hate that shit, right? You have a problem with your girl, y'all settle this shit, or what you think is settling.
Right.
But it happens again next week because you haven't actually resolved it. Like you resolving the surface layer. Every time, right? You wipe that surface layer.
Nah, maybe
And it
not.
falls
Maybe not.
back in.
Maybe not, because that's the issue too, right? A lot of people, like sometimes you gotta have those 3-hour fallouts, yelling, crying, anger, frustration. Like saying I don't want to talk about it no more, ain't resolving nothing.
No,
It's
that's
a
that's a negative.
Right.
But at the point where you resolve something and you think it's over with, but you have it again, you haven't resolved it.
Of course. True.
But you peeling like that top layer, but you haven't addressed the actual why. Like you addressing the shit
Well, that's
that'll
all
solve an
important.
argument, that'll get you out of that argument and let y'all go to bed and not have to talk about this shit again, which is what a lot of us want. After you dealing with a motherfucker for so long, bro, you're not really, because a lot of the times you don't think that, you're not going nowhere situation.
Like, look, check this out. So you got, like, unless,
Right?
yeah, fuck that, right? We in. Yo, this is like, this is
This shit
so
amped up. Yeah,
we out here, bro. You feel me? This is like, you know, this is new to both of us, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, bear with us as we get everything situated. You know what I'm saying? As far as the you know, technology is concerned. You know what I mean? But this shit might be a little bit distorted because we figuring shit out as we go, man. This is, you know what I mean? We try not to procrastinate and wait till everything's perfect.
It'll work out. We ain't about to
It'll work
apologize
itself
to
out.
y'all asses. Stay with it.
I just did,
Let's
so I
go.
take that back. Fuck that apology. Nah, but you know, some of the problem is lack of communication, man. You know what I mean?
All of it.
Like this is the thing. You got to understand, especially when there's a child involved, that at that point the relationship isn't all about you. So there's something we got to discuss in this shit, right? Like, I want to say, and y'all can correct me, but I know I'm close. I want to say it's around 78 to 80% of most of the black men, if not most of the men, I'd argue the number might be higher when it comes to black men, that are in prison are raised by single mothers. And that's crazy, right?
That's not crazy though.
I mean, it's not crazy like out of the realm of understanding.
That actually makes sense.
It makes
because
sense, but I'm saying that's crazy. It's like it shouldn't be that way.
They're raised to do shit to get them put in prison.
Well,
To
yeah.
react emotionally, to figure out ways to come up on shit without having to actually do it, because there's nobody supplying that shit. Nah, bro, I think that number makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense, but it's crazy in the sense that that's a thing, right? That majority of the people, a high majority of the people locked up, the males locked up in prison right now, are raised by single mothers, right? Because fathers are important. They are important. And and people who have never seen a working household don't know the struggles, right, that relationships go through, for one.
You know what, too?
Right? Because you don't see it. Like, you hear what your partners say, right? But your partner's going to sugarcoat that shit. Like, your partner, your homeboy, that your girl done, she tell him what to do, he going to come around his partner and be like, man, she don't tell me that. And in reality, they situation a lot different. That girl, the same way. You know what I mean? When she say, yes, baby, yeah, and she bring him his plate, when she around a homegirl, she don't want to act like she the Miss Independent, and it's going to be different. So what you're getting is the relay of what two different people are saying within a relationship, but you don't get the actual view of a relationship. Your mother and father, you see that shit firsthand, bro. You see that shit firsthand. So you see what your mother took. You see what your father took. And you see what they compromised on. And so we just listen to what these outside motherfuckers is saying. Like a week ago, this internet relationship was dope, and then a week later, she posted a picture with a fucking black eye. That ain't the first time that shit happened.
Or she gets posted dead.
That's
happened.
You know what I'm
recently.
saying?
But
yeah.
But what I'm saying is the numbers. Okay, so the numbers of niggas incarcerated, raised by single mothers. How close is that number in comparison to the number of black men raised by a single mother? Like in general, though, we don't got no numbers on that, right? I don't got.
Nah. I don't got no numbers on that.
But I'm interested in knowing what it actually looks like.
I know the likeliness of you being raised by a single mother and ending up in jail is higher than if you're not. Yeah, I mean, if you're raised by a mother and a father.
Yeah. I'm not arguing that.
You know what I mean?
That's statistics.
But
I want to know the number.
Also, the numbers that tell you, the statistics will tell you that a little boy doesn't, and I say this loosely, by need, because I think we need both. But a little boy doesn't need his mother after the age of 7.
Oh yeah, that was loosely as fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends.
I mean loosely, like you need both.
That shit is literally determined by what happened before 7, though. The little boy with his mother up until 7 is more likely to not need his mother after 7.
Yeah, but I mean, there's tons of races that at 7 years old, they're let loose to the father. That's time to become.
But
That's
the
time to start
mother was
learning
there,
to become. Yeah, the mother's there. Yeah, but I'm saying, you get what I'm saying? No, like the mother's there.
Yeah, I
don't
want to shoot misinformation because there's some people listening that's gonna be motherfucking retarded.
Yeah,
and they're not gonna. But we gotta address it and make sure they get it too, though.
Yeah,
we don't want it fucked up, man.
Nah, so that to say, they're raised, they're nurtured to be what to give what the mother can give to them. Around 7, then they let loose to their father, right? To go hunt, to go do outside work, to go learn how to be a man and how to provide and do all the steps that he takes.
That's this fucking country, though. That's this country doing that, bro.
Yeah, I don't even fuck what
we got age groups on everything, but a lot of us don't take it amongst ourselves to enforce shit. You feel me? We follow that template that they put out there is what we follow, because
these motherfucking Latinos and these motherfucking Jews go do their quinceañera and they motherfucking bar mitzvahs and still baby their kids. Like the whole point. No, the whole point of that is 12 years old, 13 years old. You are a woman. You are a man now. You're supposed to be
before that. It's before that.
Of course. What you mean it's before that? I mean, yeah, you become. Like, you should be taught before that. But what I'm saying is, even then,
you taught that you become, bro, up until you talking about less than 1% of the entire existence of man, that the age of a woman becoming, you know what I'm saying, suitable for knowing what the fuck's supposed to be done and getting out here and doing it was fucking her first cycle.
Her first cycle. I mean, that's what a king, yeah. Okay.
But you talking about 10-9.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about less than 1% of our existence. This shit has been going on And I can tell you, bro, I had an argument with somebody, and I was trying to tell them because they tried to tell me that these pedophiles and shit. And the whole argument I had. Let me clarify this before I go any deeper into it. The whole argument I had was that pedophilia was like actually the norm for what we think is pedophilia because it operated around the biological clock of the woman. When you were ready to produce, you was ready to be married, right?
Right.
So, and I was trying to tell this motherfucker, that statutory laws are no more than fucking 30 years old. I said 30, but found out that statutory laws in the United States were actually implemented officially in like 1970s.
Right.
So it was 40 years.
40.
You know what I'm saying? I was off or whatever, but the understanding of it should let you know that when niggas have now I do consider it a sickness. You know what I'm saying? If that's what your purpose is and that's what you're shooting at. But there's an understanding that has to go on that like, nigga, you can't be criminalized for a preference, but you can't go out here and do it. You can't do the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's an understanding because in nature, that's what's happening.
There's pedo and then there's statutory. It's two different things. People gotta understand that.
Pedo covers statutory. The crazy shit is
pedo don't cover statutory.
It sits in it. No, it's under it. It's in that umbrella though.
Well, you can go if you're 30 years old.
You can't be pedo without statutory.
If you're 30 years old and true, but you can be statutory without pedo.
Right.
Like realistically, right?
Statutory can cover consent. A minor can consent and you still statutory, but it's not necessarily pedo because it could be a 16-year-old.
Because you're not a
predator.
Yeah, I mean you're not pediatric.
Right.
Pedo is like come on, like that's a teenager, right? It's under the age, so you having sex with a 16-year-old is not pedophilia. It's statutory.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the idea is that he consented, but he didn't knowingly consent.
I think statutory covers the point where your body is biologically able to have a baby.
Exactly, and that's different depending on what country you're in.
Right.
Right. So there's no one rule to this. You know what I'm saying? Most of our grandparents or our great grandparents.
Damn near all of them. Your great grandparents definitely
was statutory rapists. If you want to take it to that extreme.
Bro, and if you want to talk about it, people that migrated here, you talking about like Japan, I think.
Bro, Japan, the Middle East.
A lot of parts of
places
East
in
of Europe. The consensual age is 14.
Yes. Europe, a lot of parts of Europe, the consensual age is 14, and drinking is 16.
Which is fucked up because I don't think it's fucked up. Well, it's fucked up to me now, but I know why people challenge it, right? I got a 12-year-old daughter.
Right.
14 is like next year.
But
I get the emotional standpoint behind it, right? But I also understand functionally that's just realistic. Now, that's what happens.
You get the emotional standpoint based upon the emotional growth of your daughter. There's beyond, and what you're taught.
Now it don't matter. It don't matter what her progress is.
Your daughter gonna be 30 years old. You're gonna be like, this nigga ain't worth you. Like,
nah, you can kind of tell the niggas who gonna have that response. I'm not that dude, bro. Like I think you kind of know better, bro. But what I'm saying is, no, bro. She's not. My daughter, bro. Trust me. Anybody that know how we communicate, they know we communicate right the same way we communicate right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, understanding when you got to be able to allow, because you know how, like, when, like, what's an example? When T.I. was doing that shit with his daughter, right? That's the extreme of it. You gotta go check and make sure she's still a virgin.
Right.
Won't ever do no shit like that. But on a smaller scale than that bullshit he was doing, you're in possession and expected to be the protector of your daughter.
I don't particularly think that's out of line. I think
what he did.
Yeah.
Nah, he was out of pocket because she was 18.
She was. Yeah, but does she have a job? Is she making her own money? Like my sister was.
Yeah, she's making money, bro. She's a part of that show.
Yeah, because she's a part of that show now because he allowed her to be on that show, and most of that show has to do with her being part of them.
Nah, but whatever. She gets a check though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like she's cut offable.
And she'll still get a check. She's already under contract for that show.
I get what you're saying.
Like it wasn't no way
that
you wasn't gonna cut her off and then she couldn't survive. Like she still was gonna make more than
was she 18?
80% of us. When that shit happened, yeah, she like fucking 19 or some shit. Like
right.
But Bro,
Okay, if that's the case, yeah. But as long as you're under my roof, and it's gonna affect me, like I said, not to put my sister business out here, but she had a kid.
Damn sure put it out there. Go ahead though.
She had a kid. She had a kid at like that age. She was grown as fuck. You know what I mean? But the dude, her baby daddy's a fuck nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? Brian Whitehead. He a fuck nigga.
He hates that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? He a fuck nigga.
Right.
Fuck nigga in that relationship, fuck nigga in his next relationship after that. He was in the U.S. military. He was Army. You know what I mean?
It was an Army nigga?
Yeah, he was in the Army.
She cheated on brother.
Brian Whitehead. No, she did. Brian Whitehead, he lived in Georgia.
She gonna see this?
I don't know.
Come in the comment and just put the little look at eyes if you did cheat on this nigga.
Nah, she I mean, she might, I don't know. But they was in a relationship, whatever. But, you know, he's a full-fledged, he's a fuck nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, I got thrown off my point I was trying to make. But,
just make one now.
right?
Find a point to make it.
But, you know, she was dating this nigga and they wasn't married when they decided they was going to have a baby, which makes them both stupid. And
how though?
Because they only had a verbal agreement that we gonna have a baby, we gonna get married. You can forfeit in that. So at this point, right? There's no alimony check. There's a. You know,
all right, so look.
They're getting. She's getting.
Now moving to that point, and because I got a topic that we need to talk about. I've been having this discussion for about a week.
What about that alimony?
No. You had finished your point. And I'm gonna shoot this topic out because this is a real topic.
The point I was trying to make was after that fuck nigga himself to the situation, she didn't have no support. Her support was my mother and my father. My mother and my father had us at an older age. Our oldest sister is about 10 years older than me, 9 years older than her. My father was 40 plus when he had me. My mother was older in her 30s when she had me.
Mm-hmm.
They done their bid on raising kids.
Right.
But there was a point in time, and this is not currently, right? Like, and this hasn't been for a long time, right? You're talking about my niece that's 13, 14 years old now. But for a little bit, it was, hey, Ma, hey, Dad, can you watch my niece? Hey, Ma, hey, Dad, can you watch my niece? Can't afford daycare, can't afford this, can't afford that. If when you're in a position where what the fuck else are you gonna say? That's their granddaughter.
Right.
They kind of have a say, kind of have a say over what you do. Now she was grown at that time. But if you're 16, 17, 18 years old, you live in a home and you don't got no source of income, and your father's being controlling to a degree, you have to take into consideration that the mistakes that you make, who you gonna run to?
I mean, as a dependent minor, I don't think you can have a controlling parent.
I agree.
You have a parent.
You have a parent.
You feel me? You have a parent whose sole fucking responsibility is your best interest.
So all that, but the whole point I'm really trying to make is that we have this mentality because we baby teenagers, and then we throw them into adulthood. You know what I mean? Like we baby them to the 17 and we say, we 18, you gotta move out. This nigga don't know how to balance a checkbook, pay bills, clean up.
Bro, honestly, by the time a nigga graduate college, they still not ready for that.
I mean, because they weren't taught
need you.
They weren't taught. If you teach them when they kids, they don't have to be taught when they're in college.
But they're
not teaching them when they're kids.
Well, it ain't even about teaching no more. It's the fact that what they're actually reaching for and the amount of money that they're gonna make once they reach it is still not enough.
But not, I mean, maybe.
You're talking about like shit like, remember?
It's not enough to be able to do.
Remember when we was like 10? We was like 10 in the 90s and shit? In order for a motherfucker to get like...
Giving away our age, nigga. You all old.
Bro, this could be 99, nigga. We don't know. But what I'm saying is to get like a new whip, though.
Right.
You're talking about like $7,000.
Yeah.
or to get a new house built from the ground up,
Hey,
you talking about
I
like
don't know.
$70,000.
I'm older than you is, nigga. I don't remember no new whip being 7,000 G.
Go back and check, bro. When you was 10, they was still making Tercels, nigga. Corollas. You know what I'm saying? Those were $7,000 ass cars. Man, I might be overshooting. Cause you can honestly probably remember back a Camry commercial used to tell you, nigga, starting out at $999.99. It was a $10,000 car.
You got a
We
point.
remember those numbers, bruh. You feel me? When my great uncle died like last year. Or the year before. And
Sorry about
my
that.
great aunt was telling me though.
Let's take a shot today.
She was like, yeah, when he bought his first car, it was $800.
Right.
This was like in the 70s, 60s. You feel me?
Yeah, well, my dad.
When he got the first house, it was like fucking 18,000, built from the ground up.
My mama telling you about stories about a movie, 3 cartoons and a movie, and a sandwich and some chips at the movie theater. It used to be like
$1.
$1, nigga.
Yeah, bro. But you know what I'm saying? So, and that was motherfuckers was able to do that, and all they did was work at the drugstore, nigga, or work painting lines.
Listen,
at the fucking.
That's my point, though. My point is just that things are different. Things are different now to where, in regards to what the reason is, we're babying people at older ages than we used to baby.
And what was my point that I was going to?
I don't know why you.
'Cause I feel like we like I was making a point we didn't disagree though. I was waiting on the disagreement. Oh no, what I was saying was that
listen, folks,
the age of
because we about to take this
the
shot.
age of them being baby, has extended itself, right?
It has, most definitely.
18 ain't suitable for shit. At 18, if you're able to jump out and successfully do for yourself independently in a fucking urban setting, survive and maintain and be comfortable and live, and you can have kids, get a wife, and do all that shit, my nigga, you either hit the lottery, you're an artist, you're an athlete, like something else has happened, but you're not gonna do it working.
Wait. This is dope because I'm good at this, right? This is a good segue into our point, though.
Segue king,
to some
nigga.
shit we about to talk about.
King segue.
Because I agree to a degree, but I think it's shifting now. It's shifting now because young adults can create their own businesses online.
Yeah, they can.
And they can make their own income.
But I think the gate is just open, right? And probably like the last 7-8 years,
Right.
it's open. So
Right.
now everybody's finding a way. You got a couple who have jumped out there and they making it. They're like millionaires off this shit now.
You go from.
But it's
Everybody said you went out here. And you.
okay. He said be quiet. All right. So man, fuck this shit. We about to segue again, bro. Because
No.
I want to say my point before I forget it. You got a pen
Say
over
your
there?
point. What's your pen?
Write it down.
What's your point?
Yeah.
Say your point. What's your point?
Damn, we spent too much time talking about that.
I think it's 30 seconds. We good.
Do niggas, they got red, so I had to calm down. Do black males still believe in marriage? Why and why not? And why is that important to black women?
All right, so we're going to touch that before we touch this. Because I think it's important.
Write it down, though, because I'm going to forget it. And you slick it.
No, we're talking about that right now.
Okay.
We're talking about that right now.
That's right.
I think that's important, man. Do black males still believe in marriage? No.
Nah.
No.
And
Wait. Should they? Yes. Time out. Do black women still believe in marriage? Yes. Should they?
even that's debatable.
Should they? Oh, that is debatable because they say they do, but they don't act like
Black
they
women still have more to gain from marriage than a black man.
do.
Even at the failure of the marriage,
No, they
at
don't.
a failed marriage, black women still have more to gain than a black man.
I'll tell you why they don't. A black man is less stressed when he's married. Statistics say a black man is less stressed when he's married.
Facts.
A black man has better heart health when he's married.
That's facts.
A black man lives longer when he's married.
That's
A
facts.
black man has less depression when he is married.
That's facts.
We don't push marriage.
Yeah, but they
Wait, check this out.
they're comparing them statistics on the
women-
same nigga who was married and not married.
And I'm saying black. I mean men, right? I don't know about straight, like regular black. But men. Women though. I'm so used to saying black because that's all I fucking care about. I don't fucking white women. Women though. Women push for marriage. Women live shorter. Like they don't live as long when they're married. They're more stressed when they're married. They're less happy when they're married. And they have more depression when they are married. Amazingly.
But they're the ones who push for marriage.
Now, wait. financially, women that are married are better off. Financially, and socially, women that are married are better off.
Financially, men post marriage are worse off.
I disagree.
Than they were before.
I disagree. There's not very many CEOs or owners of businesses and companies that are not married. Because marriage.
I'm talking about their life after the divorce.
Oh shit! Hell yeah, after the divorce. But
that's why I think niggas don't want it.
When they maintain their marriage, there's nobody in upper society. Not nobody, but most of the people in upper society are married.
Like there's some niggas out there with this much, right?
Right.
And when they lose their marriage, they're gonna end up with this much.
Well, that goes. Which
is literally what I have now.
That goes into you being able to facilitate your marriage, right?
Now I think
who's the basketball player that went through the whole thing because he walked off in his marriage because she wouldn't sign a prenup. I'm not big into sports like that, but dude, that was
that ain't sports. That's just regular knowledge. We're supposed to know this
because he was good with George Floyd. He was like
recent news.
Yeah. There's a famous
talk about it right quick while I Google.
So there's a famous basketball player that was in the news maybe a few months ago because he walked off in his marriage because he loved his woman, he was trying to marry her, blah blah blah, but he put in that he had a prenup he wanted signed, and she kept pushing it back. She pushed this shit back so much that it's the wedding day.
No, that was fucking.
It's the wedding day, and she still ain't signed his prenup.
You know who did that?
Who?
Dr. Dre did that shit recently.
Dr. Dre been married.
Yeah, but you know, she filed for divorce.
Yeah.
Whole time she was shooting off, he waited until like the last minute to push up that the prenup was involved. Bro jumped like back on the jumper though, nigga, and hit that bitch. He hit that bitch.
He hit her?
Nah, I'm saying he hit that jumper.
Oh.
Nigga showed her with Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson. So she didn't sign a prenup. Wedding day, he ain't walked down the aisle.
That makes sense though.
She cried. She called him, said, "Okay, I'll sign it."
Steven Jackson can't be the representation of all dudes because Steven Jackson a real nigga.
But
big up my dog.
Yeah, I mean, but he ain't married her, and he was smart enough to know that when she called up crying,
yes.
okay, I'll marry you. I'll sign it. He said, "Nah, that's a wrap, because now you're signing under duress."
Yeah, that shit ain't even valid.
Now you're signing under duress, and it's not valid.
Ain't that bitch like 22?
Probably.
Yeah,
but the thing is, that's something that men can do, and that goes back to what we talked
Steven
about.
Jackson, a real nigga. Remember he faced the whole fucking Pistons?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? And he knew George Floyd personally.
So,
you know what I mean?
So the crazy shit is when women ask that question, their understanding of it, they think that we're not ready for commitment. They don't understand that we already know the flip side of it, right? We know what's gonna happen because you talking about the divorce rate went up to like 67%. Like 5 years ago. I don't even know where it's at now. It could be higher.
It's around the same.
You know what I'm saying?
And 80% of that is women.
You feel me?
The women petition for the marriage and the women petition for the divorce.
And that's crazy, right? So there's no benefit. Like the benefit of a man getting involved in a marriage that could potentially
is only there if it lasts.
The only way.
Yeah. It's only there if it lasts.
And you talking about it lasting has gone to a point where you looking at there's a almost 70% chance that it don't last.
Right. But the flip side to that is the benefit for you is there if it lasts. It's jacked up if it doesn't last. The benefit for her is there if it doesn't
The benefit for her is there regardless aside from biologically, which is what you talked about earlier. Say she's a little bit more stressed and die fucking 2 years early.
It could depend. It depends on what you can count out. You know what I mean? And what you claim valuable to you. You feel me? If you're married to a nigga that make money, that's important. That's important because you can get married to a broke nigga, be stressed, live a shorter period of time.
I don't understand how y'all get married to a nigga with money and be stressed. I'm gonna tell you, bro. If I was like, say Rihanna was like,
because they worried about the wrong things,
and I get married to Rihanna, and I see her on the news fucking with another celebrity nigga or some shit like that. But that's not my business. There's no egg on my face, bro.
What you mean? Nigga, if you marry Rihanna and she cheating on you on the news with a celebrity.
Nah, because every real nigga alive knows that. Hey man, Brian said shit about it, but I ain't never seen him with her either.
But you a kept
bro,
nigga.
You know what the fuck going on.
You a kept nigga. I don't want to be no kept nigga. And that might all be ego. Probably is.
It might be, but ego is going to allow you to understand that I'm about to move however the fuck I want to move at this point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I guess.
Because you also going to be like, yeah, bro, won't at no motherfucking Grammys, but
I guess if you do what you doing.
A Hawks game with three little
be on the news.
Bitches
I'm gonna be on the news doing my shit too. You know what I mean? We gonna be jaded with that Margaret bitch from fucking Birds of Prey. Will Smith
bro.
with her.
Margot a cold ass bunny though.
I don't fuck with bunnies. Last bunny never mind. Last funny bunny I fuck with was.
And what did she do?
No, we're not talking about
that. Nigga. Everybody fuck with bunnies, bro. You don't fuck with them exclusively.
No.
You might not do it in repetition.
No, I don't.
But we've all fucked with a bunny.
Time out.
We've all fucked with a bunny.
We all have fucked with a bunny.
That's it. We ain't got to go no further than that.
We've all
fucked with a bunny.
We all have fucked with a bunny. But I don't fuck with bunnies.
We all fucked with a bunny.
Children do what children do. Adults do what adults do. And I don't fuck with no bunnies.
Now this nigga, when he was a child, he did what children do. And now he's an adult, he had to let those child
but we're going to move past that. So Cause
I fucked with some bunnies, bro.
Being a black man fucking with bunnies, I don't fuck with that shit.
You can be pro-black, but you gotta understand the
once I learned and I knew
to be able to battle it. Fuck, you gonna get out here and try to do something with this shit, and you ain't got no understanding of it, bro. Fucking a bunny ain't no bad shit. I like a good bunny, bro.
But anyway, I'm glad we touched on that. I think that's important. But kind of the segue back into what we were talking about was that now younger kids can create their own businesses.
Right.
So younger kids are becoming a little bit more self-sufficient, which I think, if it wasn't for this COVID shit, and I don't know how much this COVID shit has affected it, right? Might bring shit back around. So we have to be able to change our perspectives on adulthood, right? The reason why your 17-year-old, 18-year-old child, adult though, right? Because they'll be prosecuted as adult in court.
Yeah, they're gonna go to big people jail.
Can't fuck with this man is because, or this woman, is because they're a child to you, and the reason why they're a child to you, or they should be, is because you're still taking care of them. But if this 17-year-old, 18-year-old daughter or boy is a Instagram sensation, you know what I'm saying? Making money on social media, has their own
they've surpassed you
internet shopping,
and your income from their fucking bedroom.
Right. If they're a child, what the fuck are you? So that's why culturally it's different, because the dynamic is different between the parent and the child.
You know,
in the fucking Middle East or some shit. What's up?
Can I shoot a pause in there?
Pause.
Anybody out there with information for any of these kids that's going viral and who have like a good following, shoot your information out here so we can get connected, because a lot of these kids were, and I saw this recently, but a kid had like a viral video, and a fucking major company took an opportunity to copyright what they were doing. You feel me? Right. And make it their own, so that they were getting paid off of that kid's viral video.
Bro, even in music, even in music right now, like music is getting younger and younger. In the 90s, bro, wasn't no 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old rappers that was bumping, bro. It was young adults. It was, I mean, I won't say 18.
It was some 16, 17.
It was 18, 19. You're talking about Criss Cross. Those was kids at that time.
They was like 12, bro. But nigga, the whole NWA was young as fuck.
Them niggas what?
They was
16.
20.
How? They was 20. Yeah, they were. I'm talking about kids, bro.
Usher came out 16.
That's
Can
R&B.
You Get With It was 16.
R&B.
Usher transcended this shit though. He made R&B and rap.
Nigga, you know what I mean, my nigga. R&B.
Was young as
I'm talking about
rap. I know what you're saying, but
we're not teenagers. Most of them were young adults. 20, 18 to 20 something.
But you know what? They were allowed to appeal to the younger generation.
Of course.
Because we were able to hear it.
Right.
You feel me? We was able to hear the sexualized, like the sexually charged shit.
But even that,
at
I'm
fucking
saying
12. So we got it.
But even that, I'm saying, is different, right? It's different than now. Like Lil Yachty's when he came out making millions of dollars, little babies. Some of these niggas are their children. Their children being given all this money.
Yachty hit for a whole nother reason than Lil Baby.
Half of them are dead now because they're being put into a world as kids without adult maturity.
You can't keep up with that shit though.
Without
you can't
adult
keep up with
maturity.
that money.
Yeah, exactly.
Too much money, too many
Overdosing,
opportunities to do shit.
splashing money on
Yeah.
Pop Smoke would have been 21.
RP my nigga Pop.
Pop Smoke would have been 21 this month, I want to say.
But you talking about niggas was like, so on the flip side of it, what we be talking about is, and I had this conversation, bro. There was people, there's motherfuckers out here who dabbled in shit like powder, right?
Right.
You do a little line here and there, whatever. But you've been doing a line from a nigga who charged you this amount of money because he stepped on it.
Right.
You get enough money that you can go to a nigga who really, really got it. He about to give you that 98%. At 98%, you're going to do the same amount you normally do. Yeah, you're going to die, bro. And money just come too hard, man. But they don't got a whole lot of people ahead of them because the old head niggas,
I mean, we've been there
who
before.
should be able to watch out
We've
for
been there before with a lot of
disrespect
these,
their craft.
we've been there before where young people got in early on, which was acting, right? And how many of these child stars committed suicide, became homeless, OD'd on drugs, all types of different shit.
Nah,
right?
bro, but
because
I
they
think
got that stardom too early.
yeah, but I think that was masked as something else. And I think that's what's getting ready to hit. I think it's already started, right? It already started with the Weinstein shit, with the Tom Hanks shit. A lot of them kids dealt with some circumstances that we're not aware of.
True.
It was fucking, it was
like the
sexual
Corys, like the
harassment.
Corys.
Yeah, like that's
Corey,
a real thing.
Corey Haim
From Boy Meets World and shit?
Nah, Corey Haim from damn, the two Corys,
Hey,
man.
you know what I
the
just
80s
did?
Corys, bro.
You know what I just did?
What?
I just thought about the nigga real name on the show. His name was Corey.
Who?
Bro on Boy Meets World, nigga.
Oh, Corey Matthew.
I just said some weird shit. But yeah. So what I'm saying is,
Nah, the Corys. Corey Haim, he committed suicide, and it come out that he was molested when he was young, but he was big on drugs and shit.
the
Like the
nigga,
Corys, the Lost Boys.
I ain't talking about them niggas though.
Nah, but I'm saying,
But all of them.
Macaulay Culkins, like all these people that
Macaulay Culkin ain't committed suicide.
he didn't commit suicide, but what I'm saying is,
Hey,
they all
bro
went
had
through-
a
Gary
sex scene,
Coleman. They all
sex
went
scene
through
in the
these.
movie like 10 years ago, bro.
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm gonna show you the movie. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna give it to you to put. We gotta put it in the link because y'all need to see this sick ass.
I don't know.
But like Jet Jackson, bro.
Yeah.
Remember the
Famous-
nigga, bro? I've been waiting on the break.
Child actors have issues coming into the game.
Man, they got issues. They came up under these white ass producers who was fucking with them.
putting dick.
Like your way into the fucking onto the scene was to get touched. When all these niggas be talking about Illuminati and you got to do this and that gay shit,
Right.
that's what they talking about, bro.
All right.
Okay, delete. Hey, scratch that part, bro. Because I at least want to make it to episode 50. But if that happened
All this,
right there,
all this is going on, man. I just want y'all to know we're not worried about monetization. We want it.
we out of
want it.
control. This
We
shit
want
out,
it, but we're not worried about
this
it.
out of control
We
right now.
we
bro.
putting this information out here,
yeah,
this
I
perspective
ain't
out
even
here,
tripping. I ain't even
man.
tripping.
So
Man, fuck that. Don't say it, but we're not doing that Ray J shit. Fuck Ray J.
we talking about
Not
Ray J.
Nick Cannon.
How did you conflate Ray J and Nick Cannon?
You know Ray J.
One too many shots, bro.
I
All right, so
don't go to
check
Nick
this out.
Cannon, bro.
Check this out. I want to go to Nick Cannon.
He apologized. Once he apologized, fuck him, bro.
Yo, man, the Jewish community is big, bro. It's big, man.
Yeah, but I get it, bro. Saying some shit.
And I know this
First
is
of all,
last
the
week.
original Jews is not who mad.
See, this is what got him fucked up.
Yeah, bro didn't say Jews. He's talking about the Jewish.
Right.
What does ish mean? If I called you blackish,
Yeah.
that mean you ain't it. But you got some ties to this shit, right?
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Bro did nothing wrong.
What is anti-Semitic?
Fuck Viacom, and I say fuck Viacom, except for the fact that Viacom literally owns
Every
80% of whatever the fuck you watching on cable TV.
Look, at the end of the day, man, look.
So I encourage everybody to get a fire
Nick,
stick.
Nick Cannon, I won't say Nick Cannon didn't say anything wrong.
He was loud as fuck. Oh, really good.
Some of the beliefs that help sustain our people. You feel me? I was listening to this podcast today about, that this Orthodox Jew was talking about, and he was just talking about how according to scripture in the Torah, Jews are not allowed to charge each other interest at all. They're not allowed to charge each other interest. If you're a Jew and you charge another Jew interest, you'll be cursed. So that leads me to think, right? Like, how many times are they charging us interest, or any number of people interest in their life, or in business, and if they have to charge you interest because it's not their business, they're charging the Jew less than they're charging you and me. Right?
How many of them just don't give a fuck and don't feel like they gonna get cursed anyway?
Maybe a lot.
Right.
But I know through the numbers that what did we establish, right? We established that black people have $1.3 trillion of spending capital, and that 2%, which ends up being, what is that, 26 billion, which sounds like a lot, but isn't a lot, right? Recirculates in the black community, right? And how long does it recirculate? It recirculates for 6 hours, not even a day, right?
Not even a half. Not even. That's 25% of a day.
Come on, right? Whites circulate 17 days. Then for some reason, Jews are separated from whites, and Jews circulates 20 days. Now, why is Jews separated from whites?
They generally considered an ethnic group.
Jews are whites, right? But it's important to notate, because I think what they're separating it for now that I heard that podcast is due to religious belief. There's a completely different way that your average Christian white person treats their other fellow individual white person than a Jew treats other Jews. So their money can circulate for 20 days within their community. Now, Jews circulate for 20 days within a community. Asians circulate for 30 days in the community, bro. And we're talking about America. Now, if you were to look at the number of Jews,
talking about a culture that ain't dependent on religion, also.
But if you were to talk, well, I mean, most 90% of fucking Asians are Buddhists, so they do.
That's not a religion.
I mean, it's a spirituality.
That's a belief system, but
True.
It's not a religion. They're not bound to it.
But there's a lot of them in comparison to Jews.
Yeah.
In this country, so that 30 to 20 days, once you compare the amount of Asians in this country to the amount of Jews in this country, bro, it's not really big. It's not a big difference. Like if the amount of Jews in this country were the same amount of Asians, that number would be so much higher because they would own so much more.
But I think there's a cap on ownership, though.
I don't think there's a cap.
Once shit is owned, you can't continue to own more of it. Them niggas got it first. Asians and Jews ain't buying land, bruh. They buying the shit that we gonna come spend our black dollar at. That's what they own, bruh. They don't own, like these Asians is not out here buying fucking real estate to resell to fucking white developers.
Yeah, they are. My neighbor's white. My neighbor's Asian. He bought his house. He bought that house.
Remember how we had that conversation
He bought that house. He bought 3 houses.
Remember how we had that conversation about the anomalies being assessed as general?
Listen.
But generally, Asians is buying
Asians
the
are
shit
buying
that we go to, that we flock to.
Asians, that's what we see because we're in our community. But Asians are buying real estate. They are, bro. Asians are
selling it?
Yes.
They keeping their real estate.
No, they're buying real estate and they're flipping it. They're doing that shit,
That's
bro.
beautiful.
You know what I mean? Jews are doing the same thing, man. You know what I mean? So
Jews have been doing it though, and they've been on the commercial level of that shit.
But at the end of the day, what is anti-Semitism?
I mean, we about to just start. Asians about to just be considered white, bro. We're gonna have to just put everybody in that bucket.
Now, Asian is weird because Asians are being discriminated to get into colleges. You know what I mean? Because there's too many Asians. And the thing is about it, I mean, it makes sense to a degree because in order for you to have a college that's eclectic, you kind of have to, because they're just getting in, they're flocking in, and the whole school will be Asian.
And they getting
At one point
they
in
getting
time.
into college before the weed out process, because once a motherfucker get to high school, there's a certain percentage of every other race that's a part of their education. So you talking about like any other race going from high school to college, there's a percentage.
Right.
I think that percentage is higher for Asians because that's just expected from their education. And they doing it at an age way the fuck younger. They're doing it at the age where we coming into high school, they're going into college.
We're getting off subject. All right, so today what we're gonna get to is the business of the week that
I
we.
delete that part where I just said that shit.
Of course, I'm gonna fucking now I gotta delete that part.
Right around an hour. Just find
Alright.
that shit. Yeah. Wet
So-
Look Mobile.
You know, Wet Look Mobile Detailing. You know what I'm saying? Wet Look Mobile Detailing.as.me. You feel me? If you're in the Atlanta area, you want your car detailed, call 470-231-5630. Ask for Q. You feel me? And get your car detailed. I mean, it's different than a cleaning. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a wash. It's a detailing. You know what I mean? You're going to have your shit shining, looking brand new. You feel me? So if you want to go on Instagram and find them, you can go to wetlook.mobile.detailing.
You gonna clean your
On
little nasty
Instagram.
ass cup holder.
You gonna clean your cup holders. Your shit gonna look nice. It's gonna look beautiful. You feel me? Anybody in the Atlanta area. That means mobile. He'll come to your house. He'll come to your place of business. He'll come to your place of business and clean everybody's shit if y'all pay him.
Oh, he pull
Of
up
course.
shouty.
Pull up.
Come do the whole office.
We gonna have to end it here real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Where we at? We coming up? Damn,
We-
we deep as fuck.
We're gonna have to end it here real quick, you know what I mean? Because of technical difficulties and whatnot, and you know, company and so forth. But
That's what it really was.
this
Murphy
is
line.
yo, check it. I'm Tay from the Bay.
The only tape.
You guys,
Yeah, because that's what we at right now.
I'm,
bro. That's what we at right now.
I'm the real Tay from the Bay.
We're not doing that shit, bro.
Yo, and this is Power, Powder, and Dollars, man.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? We out.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, if I'm gone, I'm going in a blaze of glory. Middle finger to the niggas that did nothing for me. See niggas tried to clown cause I ain't got a degree. Told them walk amongst the G's for acknowledging me. I done been around the street, learned to chop up a key. On the same block, things cocked, they shot, he repeat. That's why I raise my fist high and I ride with the heat. I never squeeze till I see the whites of their teeth. There'll never be peace long as the government leads. And I know what I know now cause knowledge is free. So yeah, I know I'm gonna make it. Right. Until that day come, I'ma fake it. Right. If that don't never work, I'ma take it. And I'ma keep taking till I motherfucking cake.